Hey everyone, welcome to your practice. My name is Veronica and today we are going to be doing a glute workout using one block and one weight. So whenever you are ready, let's go ahead and meet in a seated position, cross-legged if you can. And once you get to where you're going, I want you to go ahead and just close your eyes. So you're sitting up nice and tall, shoulders are relaxed, and just nice, easy breathing in and out of the nose. Just bringing ourselves here into the present moment. You're here, you're in your practice. Take another deep breath and let it go. Good. Just gently opening up the eyes, letting some light in. Go ahead and bring those arms down alongside the body. On the inhale, go ahead and sweep those arms up. Exhale, floating them back down. Two more like that. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more time. Deep breath, leaving the arms up there. On the exhale, drop one hand down to the ground. I don't care which one. And you're just going to come into an easy side stretch here. So you're pulling that top shoulder back, bringing the gaze up towards the sky. Good. Inhale the arm back up to center. Exhale, go ahead and drop the opposite arm. Bring the other arm up and over. Nice side stretch here. Deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Inhale the arms back up to center. And then go ahead and come on into a twist. So opposite hand to opposite knee. Bringing the gaze off of that back shoulder. Deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Inhale the arms back up to center. And then exhale, twisting off to the other side, gazing off the back shoulder. Deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Inhale the arms back up to center. And then exhale, just lower those arms down alongside the body. You're going to go ahead and place the hands on top of the knees. On the inhale, I want you to go ahead and just begin to bring the gaze up. Pull the shoulders back so you're in a slight back bend here. And then on the exhale, slowly begin to round the spine so you're straightening out those arms, hinging back slightly. Good. Inhale, open up the heart. Gaze is up. And then exhale, tucking that chin, rounding that spine. Good. One more like that. Deep breath. And then exhale and tuck the chin. Good. Come on back into that neutral spine. And then we're going to make our way onto all fours. All right. So once you're on all fours, I want you to go ahead and extend that right leg back behind you. And then the left arm. All right. And then go ahead and lift that leg up off the ground. Take a deep breath. On the exhale, go ahead and draw it into the midline. Good. Inhale, send it out. And exhale, draw it in. Good. One more breath. And exhale. Good. Inhale, holding it back here. Now just go ahead and tap the hand and the toes down to the ground and then lift it back up again. So it's just tap and lift and tap and lift. Now try to keep that right shoulder out of the ear so you're not just dumping into it. Good. So 3 like this. Good. And 2. And last one, hold it up. Now I want you to go ahead and just open the arm and the leg out to the side, bring it back to center, right? So it's not a very big movement, but it'll definitely challenge your balance here. So just keeping the gaze just above that right hand. Keep the core nice and engaged. You're opening up just a small amount. So just 2 here. Good. Last one. Good. Go ahead and drop that hand. You can go ahead and keep that back leg behind you. Curl the toes. Now taking that left leg, I want you to kick the foot out to the side so that you can roll over onto the left side here. You're going to go ahead and extend that right arm up to the sky. Good. And then go ahead and bring it up overhead. Now, lifting that right leg up off the ground, you're going to go ahead and draw the elbow and the knee into the midline and then extend it nice and long, right? So just draw it in and extend, right? Good. So really using your core here, bringing everything into the midline, extend it out. Good. One more here. Good. Now plant that foot. We're going to go ahead and just push ourselves all the way up. You're going to plant the hand down to that straight leg, sweep the opposite arm up and over. So another big side stretch here. Good. Make your way back, dropping the hands down. Then we're going to go ahead and come back into, actually, into our plank pose. Good. Pause here. Shoulders out of the ears. Lower down to the knees, and then slowly lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Once you get there, uncurl the toes, bring the arms alongside the body. On the inhale, we're going to begin to lift everything up, so you're squeezing those shoulder blades together. Now I want you to just begin to flutter the feet here. So you have your legs really nice and engaged, and the legs are hugging into the midline. You're pointing through the toes, and you're breathing here. So certainly if it's better for you to lower the torso down and just do the legs, I get it. Good. And you have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower it down. You're going to bring the hands under the shoulders. Push yourself up and back, and just bring your hips onto your heels just for a moment here. It should feel good. Nice stretch in the back. Good. And then make your way back up onto all fours, and we'll go ahead and do the other side. So we're going to have the left leg back behind us and the right arm. Good. When you're ready, lifting that leg up, you have your balance. Take a deep breath. Exhale, go ahead and draw everything into the midline. Good. Inhale, send it long, and exhale, draw it in. Good. A couple more like that. Draw it in. Last one. Draw it in. And now keep it nice and extended. You're going to go ahead and just tap down to the ground and lift it back up. Good. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Good. Trying to stay out of that left shoulder, so you're really pushing down into the left hand here. Good. Keeping that balance. Good. 3 like this. And 2. Good. Last one. Keep it lifted. You're going to open up out to the side. Bring it back to center. All right. So challenge the balance here. Keep that gaze just above that left hand. And again, you don't have to open up very far here. Good. Core is nice and engaged. 2 like this. And 1. Good. And then lower that hand. You're going to drop the foot. Go ahead and keep the toes curled under. You're going to go ahead and just bring that right leg out to the side, and then extend that left arm up to the sky. Good. When you're ready, bringing the arm up overhead, lifting that left leg up off the ground, and then bring everything into the midline and extend. So drawing in and extend. Good. And again, we're keeping that core nice and engaged, right? Just warming up here. Good. And 3 like this. And 2. Good. Last one. Plant that foot down to the ground, arm back up to the sky, and then just slowly begin to rise up. So you can plant the hands, sweep the opposite arm up and over. Nice side stretch here. And then make your way back. Lower those hands down to the ground. Make your way into your plank pose. Pause for a moment here, breathing, shoulders out of the ears, and then drop to the knees. Lower yourself down onto the belly. Now go ahead and uncurl those toes. I want you to go ahead and use your hands as a pillow. You're going to separate those feet so that they're mat distance. Now go ahead and take a bend in the knees, and then flex the feet and bring the heels together. Good. Now, when you're ready, you're going to begin to lift those knees up off the ground and lower, right? So it's lift and lower. Just lift and lower. So keep the feet really nice and flexed. Those knees stay out to the side, right? And you're pushing into the heels, lifting the legs up. Any amount will work. Good. So just getting those glutes warmed up here. Good. Also strengthening the lower back. Good. 3 like this. And 2. Good. Last one. Hold it here. Just a tiny pulse. Up an inch, down an inch. Good. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. You can go ahead and extend those legs, hands underneath the shoulders. Push yourself up and back. This time, knees stay separated, toes touch. Sink back into a brief child's pose, forehead down to the ground. Breathe here. And exhale. Good. Make your way back up onto all fours. We're going to go ahead and grab onto the weight. Now you're going to bring that weight behind the knee. Once you have it there, you're going to see if you can bring that heel as close as you can towards your bottom. All right, so you're going to keep that weight in there. Now, fingers are spread nice and wide. We're going to go ahead and just lift that right knee up and then lower down, right? So nice and easy, nice and slow, nice and controlled. Try not to dump down into those shoulders, really puff up that upper back. Have those fingers gripping down into the mat. Take a little pressure off of the wrists. Certainly, if you'd like, you can always come down onto the forearms. That is always an option for you. Good. And you're breathing here. Keep that gaze just above the hands. Good. 5 like this. And 4. Good. And 3. And 2. Good. Last 1. Now we're going to open it up out to the side. So you bring it up and lower, right? So make sure you're still squeezing that heel in towards the hips. Now, if you'd like, you can go ahead and lower down just to the left forearm, right? That is an option. Otherwise, you can stay up on the hands, whatever works best for you. Good. And if the weight does come out, just go ahead and put it back and join us. Good. 3 like this. Good. And 2. Good. And last 1. Now, I want you to go ahead and just bring that leg just slightly out to the side. And you're just going to make a tiny circle here, right? I don't care which direction you've started. All right, so just circling around. Not a very big circle, just nice and small. And now go ahead and reverse it, right? Keep pulling that heel in towards your bottom. Good. And you have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and lower it down. You can place that weight off to the side. Extend that right leg out. Curl the toes under, right? So you're pushing into the heel here. Good. And now go ahead and lift that foot up and bring it over to the left side. Toes are still curled under. And then bring your gaze off of that left shoulder. So you should feel a nice stretch in that right side. Good. And then slowly make your way back. And then we're going to go ahead and let's just go ahead and just shake out those wrists, right? Maybe just do a couple of rolls here, right? One direction and then the other. Nice. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to the other side. So take that weight, bring it over to behind that left knee. Bring that heel in towards your bottom. And again, you can always come down onto the forearms, right? So you're just lifting up and lower, right? So maybe you were on your hands and it's just too much for your wrist. You can always just lower down here. But the same thing applies. I don't want you to dump into the shoulders. Really puff up that upper back, right? Either way, you're just keeping that gaze down towards the top of the mat so you're not dropping the chin towards the chest here. Good. And lift and lower, lift and lower. Good. Squeezing that heel in towards your bottom. Good. 5 like this. Good. You've got it. 4 and 3 and 2. Good. Last 1. Lower it down. Now, if you are down on the forearms, come up onto the left hand and you're going to open up out to the side and lower. Lift and lower. Again, the option is you could always still be up on your hands. You can make the change at any point. Just lift, lower, lift, and lower. Good. And again, keeping that heel moving in towards your bottom so you're squeezing onto that weight. Good, you've got this. Let's have 3 more. Good, and 2. Last 1. Good. Now bring that leg just out to the side just a bit and make that tiny circle. And again, I don't care which direction you've started. All right, just a nice small circle here. Good, then go ahead and reverse it. Good, and you have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and just remove that weight, place it off to the side, and then we're going to go ahead and just come down onto our bottoms. Now, you're going to have your heels down on the bottom. You can pick up that weight once again. And now, sitting up nice and tall, you're just going to hinge back just slightly. It doesn't have to be very much. And you're going to go ahead and bring that weight off to one side, bring it up, and then over to the other, right? So you're coming into a nice twist here, right? Just going up and over, up and over. Now, option here is to go ahead and pick those feet up off the ground, right? So maybe do it nice and slow. Maybe you pick both of them up at the same time, whatever you can do here. Good. Or maybe you just keep those heels planted down on the ground and just come into your twist. So you're lifting up, over, and really coming into a twist here. Good. One more on each side. Good, back to center again. Slowly drop those feet if you have picked them up. We're going to place the weight off to the side. I want you to bring the soles of the feet together and then draw the feet towards the body. So you're sitting up nice and tall. Now I want you to go ahead and see if you can get the outer edge of the feet to touch. So you're opening up the feet. Good, sit up nice and tall, deep breath. And then exhale, you're just hinging forward. I want you to think about dropping the chest towards the feet. So you're not tucking and rounding over. It's a nice long spine here. So you might not go very far, but you will feel that stretch here. Good. And just breathe. Try not to tuck the chin into the chest, keeping the neck nice and long. Good. One more breath here. Good, and then slowly begin to rise up. Go ahead and bring those knees together. And now we're going to go ahead and roll over onto one side. I don't care which one. We're going to do both, right? And once you get there, you're going to grab onto your weight. And you're going to have your knees bent, right? So they're not completely in line with the short edge, right? They're sort of in between here. And you're going to place that weight on top of the thigh. I want you to have your heels together and separate the toes. And you're just going to go ahead and open it up here, right? So you're just opening the knee up and then lower back down, right? So nice and easy, right? If at any point you would like to lose the weight, I get it, right? Now, the closer the weight is towards the knee, the more challenging it will be. So you be the judge of what you need today. All right, so you're just opening and closing here. Good. And you're breathing. Good. Let's have 5 like this. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now, we want you to go ahead. We're just going to pick the whole leg up and then lower, right? So you just lift, lower, lift, and lower. So you should start to feel this now, right? So lifting and lowering, right? And again, if you need to lose the weight, do it. If you need to bring it up a little bit closer towards the top of the thigh, go for it. Good. All right, so let's have 5 here, and 4, and 3, and 2. Good, and last one, nice. All right, so let's go ahead and straighten out that bottom leg. And you're gonna take that top leg and you bring the knee down on the ground. Now, option again, you can either have that weight on that inner thigh or not. You're gonna flex that bottom leg and you're just gonna lift and lower, all right? Good. And so here, I want you to think about pushing through that heel. Right, so you're pulling those toes back towards you. You either have the weight or not. Lifting up nice and high, hovering the ground as you lower. Good. All right, so let's have 5 like this, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now keep that leg hovering. I want you to pull the weight towards the front and point through the toes, and now just lift and lower. right? Maybe the movement isn't as big as before, but that's okay, right? Just nice and controlled here. And again, you should start to feel this in that inner thigh. Good, you've got 5 more, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good, now flex that foot. Now bring that leg back behind you, and now lift and lower. And again, the move may not be so big, right? So you can just do an inch, whatever you can do. And again, if you'd like to lose the weight, go for it. Good, still pushing through that heel. Good, you've got 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Don't lower down yet. Bring it back to the center, and then lift it up at the highest point and tiny pulse here. Now it's up an inch, down an inch, right? When you're at your highest point. You won't be here for very long. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, go ahead and lower it down. Awesome job. All right, so you can lower that weight. Let's go ahead and flip over onto the belly. Good. And let's go ahead and just bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Elbows are drawn in, pointing through the toes. Inhale, just gently lift up. You don't have to come up very much. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. One more. And lower. Good. And then just go ahead and push yourself up and back. Brief child's pose before we go to the other side, taking a breath here. And exhale. And then just pushing yourself up. And then you're going to make your way to the other side, right? So getting yourself ready here. Supporting your head however you need. Your knees are bent. You have your weight on top of the thigh, and you're going to have the heels touch and the toes separate, and you're just going to open and close here. All right, so all of the things that we did on the other side, everything still applies here. All right, so again, you could either have the weight a little closer towards the top of the thigh, or the closer to the knee that you get, the more challenging it will be. And maybe it is different on one side and then the other. Right? Trying to keep your torso nice and still so you're not opening and rolling back, right? It's just the knees. So if you start to roll, then just don't open the knees as much. Good. And you're breathing here. You're smiling. It's a good day. Good. You have 5 like this, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now we're just going to go ahead and lift the whole leg up and down, right? So lift it up and lower, right? Good. We're almost done using this muscle here. Hang in there. You've got this. Lose the weight if you need to. Good. And breathing. Let's have 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Good. And last one. Nice. All right. So let's go ahead and straighten out that bottom leg, and that top leg comes down in front, and you're going to go ahead and bring that weight to the bottom leg. Flex that foot. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. Good. You've got this. Right? We are almost finished here. Right? So I want those toes to be pulling towards you. You're pushing through that heel. You're lifting up nice and high. You're not touching the ground when you lower. You're just hovering here. Good. Just activating that inner thigh, a muscle that we don't really use too much these days. Right? Good. 5 like this, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Don't let it drop. Let's go ahead and bring it towards the front. You're going to point through the toes, lift and lower here, right? So again, it may not be as big a movement, but you should still feel this, right? So you're pointing through the toe, the leg stays nice and engaged, right? Feeling it in that inner thigh now. Good. Just in a different part. Good. 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Flex that foot, bring it all the way back behind you. Lift and lower, right? Only one more move after this. Good. You've got this. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it back to center. Point through the toes. Lift it up. Actually flex it. And you're just going to tiny pulse here. Up an inch, down an inch. Good. You've got this. Stay with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Go ahead and release it. You can go ahead and drop that weight. Flip over onto the belly. And let's just go ahead and take one last locus. On the inhale, just lift it up. Draw the shoulder blades together here. Good. Not holding the breath. Keep the neck nice and long. Good. And then slowly lower it all the way down. We're going to go ahead and just flip over onto our backs. And once you are there, we want you to go ahead and grab onto your block. Your feet are going to be down on the ground. I want you to go ahead and lift those hips and slide that block underneath you, right? So you're just letting your hips rest down on the block. And then go ahead and send those legs up to the sky. Flip the palms up to the sky, tuck the shoulders, just pause here for a moment. Good. And then when you're ready, go ahead and open up those legs, hands to the inside, and then just stretching out here. So you should feel a nice big stretch on those inner thighs. All right, maybe go ahead and just rotate those ankles in one direction and then the other. Good. Bring it back up to center. I want you to go ahead and bring that right knee into the chest and then slowly lower that left leg. Now you can either have the leg down on the ground or you can plant the foot. Either way is fine, right? Whatever stretch feels best for you. Good, breathing. Good, and then we're going to go ahead and switch it. So bring that left leg in, stretch the right leg out, or plant the right foot down onto the ground, whatever works for you. It could be different on one side compared to the other, and it is what it is. Good. Slowly release it. Nice. Let's go ahead and just lift the hips. We're going to remove the block, place it off to the side. And now just separate those feet so that they are mat distance. Arms are going to go out like a T. Go ahead and just drop those knees off to the right and bring your gaze to the left. If it feels okay for you, you can go ahead and take that right foot and place it on top of the left knee. Right? If that is not for you, just stay right here. Good. If that foot is on top of the knee, slowly release it. Everyone bring those knees back up and make sure those feet are still mat distance, and then drop the knees off to the left. Bring your gaze to the right. And again, if it's okay for you, you're going to take that left foot, place it on top of the right knee. Whatever works for you here. If that foot is on top of the knee, slowly release it. Everyone go ahead and bring those knees back up to center. And then just go ahead and extend those legs out nice and long. We'll just come into our Shavasana. All right, so I want you to tuck the shoulders under you. Let the toes fall to the side. Flip the palms up to the sky, and eyes are closed. Just easy breathing, just for a couple of breaths here. Just letting everything that we've done today just settle into the body. Now just begin to stretch the arms and the legs out nice and long, nice big stretch here. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and just roll over onto the side of the body. And then just push yourself up so you're back into a seated position. And so I hope that you enjoyed this practice. Just remember that whatever intention that you set at the beginning of the practice, that you take it with you into your day today. And just to be kind to yourself and to others. And so bring the palms with the thumbs at the third eye. Namaste. So if you like this practice, just go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Let me know your comments and make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next practice. Take good care.